Are you willing to give up today's comfort for lasting success tomorrow? While most people chase instant results, successful individuals choose to move slowly but steadily. They look beyond short-term gains to avoid getting trapped in mediocrity. If you're feeling lost, easily give up, or distracted by temporary pleasures, then this video is for you. Let's begin the journey of mindset transformation to live the life you truly deserve. See beyond immediate benefits. One of the most distinct differences between successful people and the rest of the world is that they never let themselves be seduced by short-term gains. They understand that what feels easy today can become the trap that keeps us stuck in mediocrity forever. Ordinary people tend to seek immediate comfort, impulsive shopping, entertainment to escape reality, postponing learning or investing because it's not necessary yet. But successful people think differently. They're willing to say no to present pleasures in order to gain greater value in the future. They spend time reading books instead of scrolling through social media, saving and investing instead of wasting money. While others are resting, they're honing their skills. When others feel discouraged for not seeing results, they persist because they believe in their journey. True success doesn't happen overnight. It is the result of thousands of small, right decisions repeated every day. And to do that, you need long-term vision, to see the reward after the struggle, to see the light at the end of a long road. Failures live by emotion. Successful people live by goals. If you want to succeed, start looking beyond tomorrow. Ask yourself, does this bring me closer to my dream or just make me feel good for now? Step by step, those small decisions will lead you to lasting success. 2. Seeing opportunity in adversity. There's a simple truth that few people truly pay attention to. Everyone faces difficulties, but not everyone knows how to turn them into opportunities for growth. Successful people aren't the luckiest. They're the ones with eyes trained to see hidden chances within challenges. When confronted with adversity, the average person often falls into a negative mindset, complaining about fate, blaming circumstances, or simply giving up. But successful individuals think differently. They see every hardship as a chance to grow, to innovate, and to break through. They don't ask, why is this happening to me? They ask, what is this trying to teach me? Look back at the great figures in history. Many of them came from poverty, suffered massive failures, or were ridiculed. But it was in those exact circumstances that they discovered their strengths, learned new skills, developed creative thinking, and rose stronger than ever before. A classic example is Thomas Edison, who was expelled from school for being considered slow. He failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. But Edison didn't see it as failure. He famously said, "I have not failed 1,000 times. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." That mindset is what we call superior vision, not clouded by failure, but illuminated by faith in opportunity. Successful people also understand that the market always changes, society constantly evolves, and in every shift, whether crisis or recession, there are hidden treasures for those who know how to look. During the pandemic, while some lost their jobs, others created new products, learned new skills, or launched thriving online businesses. The vision to see opportunity in difficulty doesn't come from blind optimism, but from thorough preparation, inner strength, and a constant willingness to learn. Successful people know if they remain resilient, wise, and adaptable, any challenge can become a springboard to greater heights. While others stop at obstacles, the successful see them as tests, stepping stones to the next level. So if you're facing a challenge right now, don't be afraid. Pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what opportunity is hiding behind this difficulty? The answer might just be the turning point that changes your life. Seeing a person's value before their skills. One profound perspective that successful people hold, yet often goes unnoticed, is this. They don't judge others solely based on talent, but on core values, character, and long-term alignment. In today's world, skills can be learned quickly. Within a few months, someone can master a new software, a technique, or even an entirely new profession. But character, traits like honesty, responsibility, and dedication can't be developed overnight and are far more difficult to change. Successful people understand this deeply. They know that someone might be highly skilled, but if they lack integrity, avoid responsibility, or constantly put personal gain above the team, they will eventually damage the organization, the relationship, or the shared mission. They don't just ask, is this person good at what they do? They ask, is this person trustworthy? In work, successful individuals prefer to collaborate with those who are ethical, reliable, team-oriented, and committed to long-term goals. To them, a kind, humble learner is more valuable than a selfish genius. For example, when Steve Jobs built Apple, he didn't just hire talented engineers. He sought out people who shared his passion for perfection and creativity. That shared vision created a united team that produced world-changing innovations. The same applies to life. Successful people don't chase after relationships that are shiny on the outside, but empty within. They value people who are genuine, grateful, willing to admit mistakes, and committed to long-term companionship. This vision allows them to build sustainable ecosystems, whether in business, family, or society. They don't build castles on sand. They build on a foundation of trust, shared values, and mutual growth. So if you aspire to succeed, don't just develop your skills, nurture your character. And when you work with others, look beyond their credentials. Observe how they act under pressure, how they treat those with less power, and how well they keep their promises. Successful people don't go fast alone. They go far with people they can trust. That's why a vision rooted in human values is an essential foundation on the journey to lasting success. 4. Seeing life through a positive lens. One powerful mindset that successful people adopt and anyone can learn is this: always choose to see life through a positive perspective, even in the darkest moments. In life, no one can avoid adversity, pain, or failure. But what truly makes the difference isn't how tough the challenges are, but how we perceive and respond to them. Successful people don't live in denial. They don't ignore hardship or avoid emotional pain, but they choose to face it with a positive, proactive, and mature attitude. They understand that our mindset is the steering wheel of our life. If you let go, the waves will drown you, but if you keep your grip firm, you can sail through the storm and reach a peaceful shore. Ordinary people see hardship as the end. Successful people see hardship as the beginning of a new journey. They know that every event, whether good or bad, contains a valuable lesson. A rejection can teach persistence. A failure can open a new path. An unexpected setback can awaken us and reveal what truly matters. For example, many successful entrepreneurs have lost everything at some point, but they didn't sit and complain about fate. They chose to see failure as part of the process, learned from it, and came back stronger. It's that positive thinking that helped them stay grounded, stay clear-headed, and most importantly, stay confident in themselves. This positive outlook also radiates outward. A positive leader can uplift an entire team. A positive friend can lift your spirits when you're down. Successful people understand that positive energy is a priceless asset, intangible, but incredibly powerful. However, positivity doesn't mean blind optimism. Successful people don't ignore reality. They see the truth clearly, but choose a perspective that empowers them to act rather than stay frozen in fear. They don't say, everything will be fine as an empty phrase. They say everything will be fine as long as I don't give up. If you want to become stronger, start by shifting your perspective. When something bad happens, don't ask, why me? Ask, what can I learn from this? That question could be the key that opens a new door in your life. Here is the full English translation of your inspiring message. 5. See yourself as a major project for growth. One of the greatest visions of successful people is this: they see themselves as the most important investment project of their lives. Not a company, not a sum of money, but themselves, their intellect, emotions, health, and character. While many spend their whole lives chasing external things like money, fame, and status, successful individuals understand that all true achievements begin from within. If you are weak, lazy, undisciplined, and stagnant, then no matter how great the opportunity, you won't be able to hold on to it. Success doesn't come from what you have. It comes from who you become. Successful people are always in a state of continuous learning. They read every day to expand their minds. They learn new skills even when their careers are already stable. They train their bodies, manage their emotions, and master their personal habits. Steve Jobs once said, "I look in the mirror every morning and ask myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today?" That question forced him to live with purpose, to live with quality, and to constantly improve himself. The vision of seeing oneself as the biggest project helps successful people truly value their time. They don't waste it on toxic relationships, meaningless pleasures, or jobs that don't foster growth. Instead, they set goals, create plans, and track their progress, just like a company monitors its growth strategy. And most importantly, they understand that personal growth is a lifelong journey. There is no such thing as being successful and done. The day you stop learning is the day you start falling behind. Society changes, technology evolves, the game is constantly shifting, and successful people prepare for that change by developing themselves every single day. If you're better than the person you were yesterday, you've already succeeded. So if you truly want to go far, don't ask, "What do I have?" Ask, "Who am I becoming?" Every day, take one more step forward. Read one page of a book, exercise for 30 minutes, learn something new, let go of a bad habit. Gradually, you'll find that you're no longer the same person. You're, you can start from zero as long as you have a clear vision. If this video resonates with you, please like to spread positive values. Comment your biggest takeaway from the video. Subscribe to join us on a journey of mindset growth and personal transformation every day. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you won't miss any videos that help you think right, live fully, and succeed truly. Because the journey to success begins with a different perspective.